Okay, take 1 minute of your time. Think about rescue here.
I saved someone from in a swimming pool or something.
A rescue is a process of saving somebody, right? A rescue effort, saving someone. And you need to make an effort. An effort is some hard work, right? You break down the title, and outline the meaning of the words in the title. A rescue is a process of saving someone. What is an effort?
It's
Some
like
hard, right? I put there.
hard work.
Yeah, some hard work. Some hard work you put in. To do what? To save somebody. Yep. Yeah, you come here. Yeah. Now, next step. Remember, I've given you this chart. I remember I have given you one draft chart. Okay. You can use that draft chart to help you. You decide on in the draft chart, it says you need to decide on the focus and approach of your story. Is it this one? Oh yeah, this one. All right, I'm also Skyping to you here. Okay, look at this draft chart. Open it up, and you see the essay draft. You see that? You need to decide on the approach of your essay. Are you still there?
Yeah.
The approach of your essay and also the focus. Right? How should you approach the audience in this writing? Yeah. Should you approach, meaning should you be using first person, second person, or third person approach? Right? So should you be, is it a first person approach? Let's say, let's talk about first person. What is meant by that? Are you there? You need to decide on this before you can start writing. It's in your draft chart. What is the approach now? Do you want to be involved in the story? Right. Or do you want to put some other people in the story and you are not involved? So that is a person approach. If you are involved in the story, the pronoun I will be there, right? You'll be using the pronoun I. That's first person, right? You keep saying I did this, I did that. So that is, do you want to be involved? If you want to be involved, then you are adopting a first person approach here.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to be involved, you want to write using other characters like Tom, right? Then you are going to the third person. That's fine. So you need to decide the person approach you want to use, right? And the other area of approach you need to decide is the story approach. Story approach. Do you want to write a story? Are you writing a story? Are you writing an imaginative story?
Yeah, imaginative.
So that's narrative, right? So you are writing a narrative here because you imagine a story. And usually narratives are not true, are they? Are they true?
No.
They are not true. They are just imagined. But can you write some true story in it?
No, but I never done anything like I never said.
Also can. Actually, for narratives, some part of the story can be true. It's okay. Let's say 50% truth, 50% is made up. It's fine. Are you there?
Yeah.
Doesn't the whole story have to be made up? No. Right. It can be 50% truth and 50% made up. That is also narrative. That can constitute a narrative. All right. Or it also can, the story can also be 100% made up. All right. Also can. That is also a narrative. But if the story is 100% true, is it a narrative? Huh? Let's say the whole story is a fact. You are writing on some facts, which means the story really happened. The story really happened that way in real life. In real life. Huh? In real life, some events really took place in that manner. So you wrote about a true story. So do you call a true story a narrative? Of course not.
Yeah.
Right? A true story is not a narrative.
Is a true story.
A true story is a recount, right? A personal recount, let's say. Or it can be a memoir, right? A memoir. Or it can be a biography, a journal. Yes, true stories can be any of this. If you write a true story, you are writing a personal recount of your own, or you write or you're writing a memoir in memory of what has happened in your life. Right. Or you are writing a biography. Do you remember what a biography is?
It's a real story.
It's a story, a true story about yourself, right? You are right. A biography is a true story about oneself, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's say you write about your own life, from your childhood all the way to your teenagehood, to your adulthood, and to your old age. So you are writing a true story about yourself. That is a biography. You write a biography of yourself. So a biography is a true story. What about a journal? A journal can also be true because you are writing a recount, right? A journal is very similar to a recount, right? Of a journal usually is written daily. Agree? Usually it's a daily journal. So every day you write something about your life. Every day you write about what happened to you each day, what you encountered each day. It is all recorded in your journal. All right. So a journal is a true story. So a true story is a narrative? No, it is not. Get it? Are you there?
Yeah.
A true story is not called a narrative, please. But if it's just 50%, if the story were just 50% true, it can be called a narrative. I mentioned that just now. All right. So the whole thing, yeah. So do you have any questions? understanding narratives? I have to give you a clear picture what a narrative is. Then you know what you are writing. All right. Otherwise, you just write anything and you don't know what you're writing, right? Okay. Okay, good. Understand. Okay, let's proceed then. You need to decide on the story focus. Yeah. Person focus, story focus. So you're writing a narrative. So a narrative can be an approach. Are you there? A story, a narrative is a story approach. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at the draft chart again. What is the next? I mentioned here the text type. The text type is narrative. That's fine. We have discussed about that. What about the... now I have another question. I think that something is missing there. Something is missing in the draft chart is the focus of the story. Yes, you need to put this in. You add this into the chart, story focus. So what area or what particular part of the story is going to be a focus? Or in other words, what do you want the story to talk about? Basically, the story should talk about a rescue process, correct? For this title.
Yeah.
A rescue process. So then you have to decide which picture you are choosing now. Let's say you only choose picture 1, that is the swimming pictures. So fine, maybe are you the swimmer? Are you inside? Or are you not inside? Will you choose yourself to be there?
Yeah.
Are you there in the story? You are in the story. So the pronoun I will be used in the story. All right. So you are in the story. So what do you want to, who were you rescuing then? You need to think about that. The rescue process is applied on who, right? Yeah. A rescue process on who? Who did you rescue? Rescue a drowning boy, let's say. A small boy. No. Let's say you rescue a small boy who was drowning.
Yeah. Who was drowning in a swimming pool and his parents went by.
Yeah. Or you rescue an animal, maybe.
I rescued a duck.
Huh? Let's say you saw a cat being thrown into the swimming pool. Oh, we talk about swimming pool here. So you need to decide on the place later. Where do you want the story to take place? All right. So you ask yourself, who did you rescue? You rescue a small boy who was drowning, or you rescue an animal, a drowning animal like a cat. You know why I mentioned a cat? Can you make a guess?
Because cats are scared of water.
Yeah, because cats usually cannot swim, you know. From what I know, cats cannot swim, all right? Usually they cannot swim, but dogs can swim, you see. Dogs generally can swim to a certain extent. All right. If you have been watching videos on dogs and cats, you will understand this, that dogs can be very good swimmers. All right. Yeah. But not the cat. So if the cat happens to fall into the water body, like a swimming pool, a pond.
But some cats can swim.
Yeah, I don't know what cats can swim, but from what I know, cats don't really swim, right? So you certainly will need to save a cat. Yeah. Right. So you have to decide who you wanted to rescue. Okay.
I rescued my mom.
Okay, can. So happen your mother accidentally fell into the swimming pool.
He doesn't know how to swim.
Because sometimes people fell into a water body by accident, right? And she could not swim, right? She could not swim. So you saved your mother. Fine. The next, you save your mother. So that is your story focus. So the whole story will write a lot. About 50% of the story, I would say, about 50% of the story will dwell on saving your mother from the swimming pool, let's say. Do you want to take the swimming pool or
Yeah.
the ocean, the sea? Huh? All right, so confirm you want to take the swimming pool, right? Okay, agree? The swimming pool. You have to decide. Before you write, you need to decide on the place where the incident happened. Remember your 5W and 1H question? Yeah. You need to decide on the 5. You need to answer the questions, the 5W and 1H question. Right. All right. Now let's go back to the draft again. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at the draft. After, okay, your tense patterns. The draft asks about tenses. You should be using present or past tenses.
Yeah, I think so.
Past tenses. What do you mean you think so? You have to answer the question. What tense should you be using? Usually for narrative, you will be using past tenses. Understand? Hello, are you there?
Yeah. Yes.
Usually you use past tenses. Why? Why? Why do you use past tenses?
Cause a composition you have to say what has happened. You can't say what is going to happen. You don't know the future.
Hello, when do you use past tenses?
In indirect speech.
Tenses are used when you write about what has already happened. When you write the past events, you will need to use past tenses. Get it? Whatever has happened in the past, you're writing about them again. You have to use past tenses. All right. So that's why for narratives, usually you are writing about stories which had happened earlier. That's why you have to use past tenses. Okay, no questions. Let's proceed. Now, you have decided on quite a number of elements. Now, right. So let's go into the story draft. The details of the story. Yeah, the details of the story. Let's get into there. From the beginning. Introduction. Right. We go to introduction now. In your introduction, tell me, what do you usually decide on? Remember your setting. You have to set the story in the introduction, right?
Yeah, right.
So what are you setting then? Characters. Remember? Your 5W and 1H. One of the W is a who question. Who were in the story? You have to decide who were in the story. So that's character setting. You set your characters. Yeah. So you said you wanted to be involved in the story. So I will be in the story, right? And then your mother. And then who else? What other characters do you want to put in?
My father wanted to save her, but he also did not how.
Yes, so father. Good. Father. Good. So father is also there. Was there. Okay, who else will be there? What about your sister? Will your sister be in the story? Is the sister
I
there?
would say my sister was yelling, "Mommy!"
So meaning your sister is there, is it? The whole family is there, isn't it? So the whole family was there, is that right? So this is the character you have decided. You have decided these characters would go into the story. But yeah, because in the beginning, all the people, your whole family could be in the stories, fine. Because your whole family could be by the swimming pool, right? The swimming session could be a family outing or a family gathering, right? If a family, what is it? If it's for a family gathering,
Yeah.
then the whole family could be in the store, could be at the swimming pool, could be gathering at the swimming pool. So in the beginning of the story, you can mention the whole family. Yeah. Now the place, okay, the place setting. Where do you want the place to be? Do you want it to be at the swimming pool?
Yeah.
So this place setting is answering the W question, where? Another W question comes in. Where? Where was it? Where did the story take place? You mentioned swimming pool, okay? So your place setting is the swimming pool. All right. Where was the swimming pool? Is it downstairs your house, or is it a public swimming pool? Or is it at your friend's condominium?
It's in the public swimming pool.
Okay, you can decide on a public swimming pool. Fine. You are setting the story bit by bit, all right? Public swimming pool. Yeah, write that in the place setting. And another blue question.
Yeah.
How blue question there? What? What's taken place, roughly? Can you give me some 2 to 3 lines here? What happened? But you are doing rough. The draft should take about 7 minutes. Very short time. A lot of draft. So can you then write in point forms the draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you write a few points here? What? Now it's your turn to draft. Let's write in the system a few points. What took place in the beginning? You are for introduction still. You need to. This is called action setting now.
I know. When my sister was
Can you write in the system? Not just talking about it. Write in the system, please. And write in point form. Point form phrases. Write in short phrases. Don't write sentences. All right.
Oh, okay.
Your drafting cannot be in sentences. You take a long time to write sentences. You will know that, right? You don't have time to write. You don't have time to take 15, 20 minutes to write a draft. You don't have time. You have to quickly do it within 7 minutes. So you only write in short phrases, point, then start writing the composition itself. Train yourself to write phrases. I realize, Andy, your draft is always in long sentences. That's not drafting. That's called writing a composition. But you only write a composition after your short drafting, after your short planning, right? So you must always bear in mind what stage of the work are you at. You are at the beginning, so you need to draft. Draft is to write in short phrases, please. Get it?
Yeah.
And you only have 7 minutes to do it. That's it. You have to stop and start writing already. You must train yourself to do that. Otherwise, you may not be able to finish your composition in the actual session. All right, yeah. Because in AEIS, you are not asked to write compositions, right? But in the actual government, in AEIS, there's no Huh? There is a. Oh yeah, there is a composition. Sorry, you're at P4, P5, right? Yeah, fine. But you managed to pass the composition, I think. Good. Yeah, now you have to continue doing well. Have to continue doing it. You can't just stop at one stage, right? Okay, so can you write a few points now?
I think I just passed.
That is,
Like
you
the total
to
was
write.
20. I think I just passed by 10 or 11.
Who walk around the pool? You mean you walk around the pool?
No, my mom.
But what happened to you? You have to write the draft step by step. What did you do? All right. What first family gathering? Example. Family gathered at a public pool near my home. Let's say near our home. Like that. This is one starting point. Family gathered at a public pool near my home. Then how do you feel? Short phrase. In fact, it can be a sentence here. In fact, all of you felt excited. Why? Because all of you had wanted to go swimming for a long time. But you don't have to write so long, please. Just make your drafting short. Had wanted to go swimming. Yeah. Felt is spelled as F-E-L-T. Yeah, not F-E-L. Felt. Yeah, that's how you draft. You see all these short phrases. Then what happens? You all were prepared for the swimming session. Yeah, Prepare. You will prepare for the session. How? What food? Let's say what food, or you can specify what food you bring. Let's say sandwiches, Chinese, yeah,
Yeah.
some fried rice, maybe fried rice. And what else bring along? Float, some floats, and swimming gears. The swimming gear. Don't need to write too long. Just finish here. Your swimming gears. So it's
Yeah.
understood. When you develop your story later, you continue to describe what the swimming gears were. You continue to talk about them. But in your draft, you try to lump up everything to say, oh, swimming gears. That's it. Yeah. Now, okay, this is just the beginning, introduction. We are at introduction.
Oh.
And the actions. Yeah, you are setting the actions. What have we done so far? We have set the characters. We have set the place. We are setting the actions. Why don't you write in 1 to 2 points on the actions?
Yeah.
Like one, 2 more points on the actions. Are you writing the points?
Yeah. I don't know how to do.
Hello, I already have given you so many points, Can you write? I have already set in some actions for you already. So can you write in 1 to 2 more actions in the beginning that you all did? What else is here? You mentioned your mother walk around, right? Correct. You see, you look at what I had helped you to draft. Look at that again. Family together at the public pool near our home. Can you read the rest?
Near our.
This is a draft for introduction.
Felt
Yeah.
excited. Had wanted to go swimming. Felt excited. Had wanted to go
Felt is
prepare.
correction, right?
Cooked sandwich, Chinese tea, fried rice, floats, and swimming gear.
So this was the starting of the story. You were going to write actions, some action settings here. Can you introduce 1 to 2 more actions in the beginning? You mentioned your mother walked around, is it?
Yeah. Walked around the swimming pool and back.
Mother walked around the pool. Why? She walked around. Of course, she walked around because she wanted to see who the people were, and she wanted to see what some people were doing, right? So mother walked around, right? Walked around where? The pool. Mother walked around the pool. Huh?
Yeah.
And then
The-
what about the weather? What was the weather like? You can also introduce the weather. Now, when you introduce the weather, comes to another question word, when. You need to set the time, right? The time setting. You need to set of your story.
Yeah.
What time was it? Afternoon. Can a bright, sunny afternoon. Can
Yeah. Time. I know a scorching afternoon. A scorching afternoon.
you mean that it was scorching hot? You mean the weather was hot and you go swimming? Is it possible? I mean, does it make sense or not? Usually, people will not go swimming at scorching hot sun. They will only go swimming at a cool or a bright day. But at a scorching hot, people would not go swimming. They would stay at home or in the office.
Oh.
All of you went to swimming at scorching hot sun. Can you explain them? You have an explanation of your actions because the reader will not understand why. The reader find it very illogical.
Okay.
The weather was so hot, and yet all of you wanted to go swimming. Oh, could it be? Could it be you went to? Okay, good question. You wanted to escape the yeah.
Yeah.
Going swimming can be good because you can cool yourself in the water, right? Yes, I think that's a good reason for you to go swimming in the hot sun. You wanted to escape the heat. Fine. You have to write in the explanation why you did that. You just say, yeah, okay, scorching hot weather. So I went swimming to escape the heat. Fine. So even you look at all right, Andy, do you catch what I say so far? Are you catching them? What we have touched on is only the introduction. We have not touched the whole, we have not touched the actual story yet. But it's okay. You can take a 5-minute break now.